What's up everyone? Got the Ultimea Poseidon D80 Boom. Not just the regular D80, the Boom. 33% more bass. Gonna take this entire system out of the box here, check it out, set it up, and show you guys what it's about. This thing is under $300 and you get the entire 7.1 channel setup, Dolby Atmos, 5 speakers here, surround, subwoofer, awesome. And I've actually heard some of these before. They're way better than you think for that price point. And I'm excited to get it unboxed and set it up in here and let you guys check it out. So I'll of course give you my buying advice at the end after I've tested it out. But let's get into the unboxing and talk more about it. All right, let's check it out. Gotta open this sucker up. It's pretty nicely packaged here. I'm surprised that they can fit an entire sound system in this smaller box. Ooh, looks like we have it backwards. Got a little box on top here. Nicely done, nicely done. Of course, we got like user guide, warranty card information. Put that aside for now. Looks like some mounting brackets. I don't want to dump it all out because I'm going to lose it. I opened it up because it said power adapter, which there, I'm assuming that's what this is. Got one power adapter for one of them. Connection cable. It just says connection cable, but it feels like there's more than a cable in here. Right on top, we have an optical wire, audio digital out, HDMI, which is going to be necessary. I think this has an HDMI in and an HDMI out, so that'll be cool. You can connect another item to it. Power cord, some wiring. So we'll check this out. I think you connect the front left and right to the center channel. You can space them out though, which is great. And then I think you connect the rears to the subwoofer, which is kind of a convenient way to get wireless front to back, but you still have some connectivity, probably less work that the Wi-Fi has to do. And here it looks like we have a remote. You open this up so you can see it. Yeah, pretty complicated looking remote here. Obviously, it's got all the buttons you're gonna need. Hopefully, once you get it all set up and you get it where you need it, you would just use this once in a while, whereas you could use the TV remote for turning the volume up and down, which is basically what you need out of a soundbar, and it turns off when the TV turns off. That's the goal. But of course, if you wanted to quickly change, from one kind of music to another, movie to music to voice, different sound presets, and add the bass MX right here or mid-range treble. Looks like it's got some nice EQ stuff. I know they have an app as well, which we'll show you in a bit, but not a bad remote, just got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know what to take out first here. Let's get this guy out of the way. Whoa. That feels like a solid subwoofer there. This looks like it'd be your center channel here. I'm just gonna take all these out and set them down, and then we'll unpackage them individually. We got 4 here. Can you see that in there? 4 of them. Boom. I'm gonna take them out, but it'll be hard for me to take one out at a time and show you guys each one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, this is well packaged. I like it. It's definitely not gonna get damaged in transit, hopefully. All right, got my trusty IKEA table here to put the speakers on when I take them out. Let's see what one of these surrounds looks like. That's not bad. I like it. Speaker right there on the front. Looks like it's got a grill, some sound on the side there. Ultimea, of course, right there. And then you have a little spot for your wall connection. You're gonna wall mount it, and then here for the wiring. So I don't know what white means versus red. We'll have to figure that out in a second, but probably have 2 whites, 2 reds for the front and the back. I wonder if these are interchangeable too. Like if you can have the front be a back and the back be a front. Got another one, that's got a red. I'm not a graceful unboxer. Sometimes I just rip, Got another red right here. Same speaker. And then a white. I mean, we'll have to see if there's any markings on them that say front left, front right, but to me it looks like you got a similar speaker. It just says Poseidon D80 Boom surround speaker on both of them. Let's see if all 4 of them say that. It does, and they say 2.25 inch driver, so pretty cool, man. 4 drivers on these bad boys to start, and this is looking pretty clean. Let's go. And then we got the center channel here. This looks like it's got a few speakers in itself here. And it looks like it's got at least 3 drivers in there. Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3. You got like a tweeter right there. Kind of, can you guys see that? I'm not sure you guys can see that through the grill. And then it's got some controls on top here. That's nice. Got a power, input, Bluetooth, and then volume up and down. Nice to have those, even though you have the remote. Sometimes you lose it and you just want to manually press those. And then on the back here, we got the power connecting. You have your front right, front left. So right is red, left is white. Doesn't matter which pair you use. Auxiliary, optical, USB, and 2 HDMIs. And this is kind of a big deal because it's not very typical that on an entire sound system that's $300 or less that you get an HDMI input on it. Typically you'll have an eARC HDMI where you connect to the TV, of course, and it knows what's going on. It sends the sound from the TV to the soundbar, but normally you don't get like another input for this price point. And that's something not to underestimate. That's a pretty big feature. And then you have a couple points to mount right there if you want to wall mount this. And I actually don't mind that these are separate speakers, right? So this is your center channel, and then you go like this, and there's your, wider fronts, and then these go in the back. And the thing is that sometimes if you just have it all in a soundbar like this, you don't have a lot of sound separation, and then they have to throw sound out on the end, and is that even better? Well, this, you can physically move them to the sides of your room and get a much wider sound stage. So I'm interested to hear how that sounds. And then here we have the big subwoofer again. This does feel pretty heavy. And normally heavy means better. It does really when it comes to subs. Got the Ultimea on the top and it's ported in the back here. So there's your downward firing 6.5. And then on the back you got the port, and then you have a power button, and then again you connect your surrounds to that right there, and then of course you plug it in. Again, this is supposed to have 33% more bass than their already pretty popular Poseidon D80. That's about all I can say about it. I got to show you guys what's going on. You want to hear it, you want to feel it. So let's set it all up, use the app, get it all going, and then we'll come back with some opinions on how this sounds. So this is the stuff we need. I bet you this system will be just fine out here. That's how you rip a cord. You just pull and hope for the best. So one end is straight and one end has a 90 degree here. Use the 90 degree on the speaker. Gives that a thinner profile there. So there we go. Front right. This one goes over here. And of course I unwound these way too much, so I'm gonna use the tie to connect it back up here, tie it, a little bit of wire management. I'll be honest, I'm not the best with wire management, but I'm trying here, guys. There we go, something like that, right? We'll make it look prettier in a second. And then here in the center, and then the white. Give us a little bit more slack. There we go. Okay, so the front 3 are up, and then we just plug the HDMI into the eARC port on your TV so that sound can travel the right way. If you plug it into the wrong HDMI, it will seem like it's working, but no sound will come out, and that's not good. So you wanna make sure it's plugged into the right one there and plugged into the eARC one on the soundbar, then it's gonna communicate. All right, time to put the sub in the rears back here. Let's go. No room. Power. There you go. Won't plug that in quite yet. Red for back right, okay. And again, I'm not gonna unwind the entire cord like I did last time. Let's just plug it in, get the speaker, plug this sucker in, and then that's probably, let's go like that much. And then tie it back up. These are long wires, so that's nice. If you have a bigger living room, this is gonna be pretty nice, I'm telling you. Very inexpensive too. All right, let's get that one. We're gonna need a little more length on this side. All right, that looks good. Let's try to wind this back up. I may get some zip ties to make this look a little cleaner later, but for now, I'm just trying to make sure I don't trip over all these wires. Okay, so I have everything connected, so now it's just setting it down and turning it out. Okay, so we got it set up. We got the center channel, left and right, rear, left and right, and subwoofer all connected. Honestly, not too many wires, not that big of a deal. I do like that you can expand them out and get you a nice wide sound stage for this. Subwoofer I always like in the back by the couch, so that's perfect as well. And then a couple things, we do have that digital optical, so if you have a TV that doesn't have the HDMI ARC, like an older TV, that should work for that as well. And then we have the wall mounts too, which this wall mount is kind of bulky if you think about it. And then the speaker as well. So you got a pretty, thick speaker, and then this. I actually am fine with it because I've had some really tight sound bars that fit with the TV. And then sometimes you have a hard time getting the cords behind the speakers. So if you can see the side profile here, you have some depth there, but your TV sticks out anyways. So if you connect this here and then you put the speaker on it, it's gonna sit out about an inch, but that'd be fine. And then you can put these wires through the wall because they're not powered, whereas you can't put actual powered wires through the wall, or it's kind of sketchy. So I'm okay with this. I think it's a good setup, but for me, to be honest, for ease of use, I think most people will just set it like that and forget it, as long as you don't need the counter space. But in this instance, totally fine with it, and I think it looks cool. All right, so let's fire it up and give it a listen. All right, so we got it all set up, and I started watching a movie, and it sounded a little bit off, so I wanted to download the app because the app is where you can customize the different EQs and make sure you're on the right source and all that stuff. So downloaded the app, very easy to pop in there, connect to the actual product. It found it automatically, enabled the Bluetooth and all that stuff. And so I'm set up and I'm into the app. And it's very nice because it has the volume right there, so it's easy to turn it up and down. Sometimes controlling the volume with the remote can take forever to turn it up and down. Very easy on the app. And then also you have the EQ, which is what I wanted to go into. And by default, it was on the movie setting. And honestly, it wasn't exactly how I would set it up for a movie. I don't think I would have my treble all the way down and have the bass all the way up, but even better is to have the ability to customize it. So for me, it's more like a V-shaped EQ. I like to have some good amount of bass, but I also want to have a lot of treble, and then I can lower the mid-range a little bit because it seemed like it was very mid-range heavy in the movie. So got that all set up, and now it sounds fantastic. So why don't I let you guys hear it, and then we'll talk about it right after. All right, so that sounds great to me. Honestly, it's very wide in the soundstage. I can hear sounds going up and over, left to right. Definitely better sound out of that center channel with more treble. Again, I thought it was a little mid-heavy. Now it sounds much cleaner the way that I have it customized. So glad it has that customization. And I think movies sound fantastic. A ton of bass, again, 33% more than the regular D80. I think it's obvious. The whole place is rumbling, so a ton of bass, great sound for something that's pretty affordable. Another thing to think about when watching movies is the Dolby Atmos and Surround X technology. So this is a 7.1 true surround configuration, and then it has a really immersive height layer as well. It really gives you like a cinematic 3D audio experience. So you got sound coming from everywhere. Okay, so movies sounded good, but we really need to see how it sounds with music. And to do so, we're gonna hit the Bluetooth button on the app, which sets us up there. And then of course you just go into your phone and connect your phone to the system. And honestly, it's really nice how everything is kind of flawlessly worked. A lot of times, the more tech you throw into a soundbar or something, the more problems you may have initially, but no issue so far. So let's give it a listen and we'll come back and hear some thoughts. All right, so I got to listen to a bunch of licensed music. We can't play that on here because then the YouTube will strike it, but that sounded great. So for the movies, we didn't want to blow the roof off here, but for the music, I'm like, we got to see what this thing can do. So I was like cranking up the volume, and I'm like,
Wow, that's very impressive. It's very loud in here. The bass is really good again. The EQ, you have that customization, so you can keep it how I had it with that V shape, high bass, high treble, lower mids, or you can actually go in there and pinpoint it through the different genres of music. It has like 121 different areas you can select on the grid. Now, it's a little confusing on exactly where you end up, and I ended up between rock and bass, I guess, here at the top. Basically sounded like how I had the EQ in that V shape on the other side there in the equalizer. So either way, it sounds awesome, and you have a lot of options on how you want to customize it. So overall, on movies and music, I typically watch movies in here, and I didn't think I would use the music as much, but I was much more stoked to listen to the music because I really jacked it up. So, you know, whether it's loud movies or music, man, it's pretty good so far. And then lastly, before we wrap up, I do want to get a little gaming in because that's another use case. Let's see how it sounds with some video games. All right, now I'm not a big gamer, but one thing I do know is it's hard to hear people that are behind you in those first-person shooter games. So it's sort of like cheating with this system because you got the surround speakers here, and so you got sound coming from all around you, kind of like if you have a really good pair of headphones on. So yes, it sounds good coming from the front. You have, you know, noise, bangs, booms, everything going on. But at the same time, you can hear subtleties behind you that lets you know you're inside the game, you're immersed in it. You got people creeping up from behind you. You can hear teammates, all that kind of stuff. So again, really awesome for gaming, much better gaming experience than just using TV speakers. All right, so let's summarize this with some buying advice. First off, the price is right. The fact that the Poseidon D80 Boom is under $300 with this feature set is pretty unbelievable. And again, to go over those features, we have Dolby Atmos, Surround X technology, so 7.1 surround sound. You have an enhanced 6.5-inch subwoofer with 33% more bass than the original D80. Full app control with all the EQ modes and everything, so you can make it sound just how you want it. And external connectivity, optical, auxiliary, Bluetooth 5.3, and HDMI ARC and input. So you can connect another device to this as well, play that on your TV. So all kinds of great features for a very reasonably priced, affordable soundbar system. So yeah, I think the Poseidon D80 Boom is gonna remain out in this room because it's pretty much perfect. It's a medium-sized room with a normal 8-foot ceiling, and we can get all the benefit of the Atmos and the surround sound. It sounds great, I love it. So that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys like the system? Is it gonna be on your short list? Definitely check the links in the description below to get the best pricing on the Poseidon D80 Boom. And make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel and all that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.